Trans people, I gotta talk to you. All of you. What up? Hey, yeah. I was just reading an article about someone who got trans man who got a penis. Once again, Dave Chappelle, you had the routine where you were like, translate as a gangster, cutting your dick off, that's gangster. I thought the sentiment was stupid, like it's stupid to try to reduce it to that. What you're doing is stupid, to try to like, this sounds positive from my perspective, and I'm insisting that I make trans jokes, so I'll do this one that seems positive from my perspective. That's what you were doing there. And when it didn't work to your satisfaction, you still got criticism, you escalated, you radicalized yourself with your own fucking content. That's what happened, Dave. Trans men are gangster. Are subjecting themselves to horrific nightmares, horrific waking nightmares, to try to approximate something, to approximate the replacement of the thing they feel is lost. They're every desperate parent in every thriller chasing after the lost boy or girl, in this case, boy. It hurt to read, and it hurt to quit reading this super, super, super long read from someone who was just feeling themselves too much linguistically for me to be able to fucking continue. I read a lot of it, but it just became too... It was certainly a scenario. I'm doing the same sort of thing right now, you know. It's a funny thing for me to say about that, but it's the same sort of deal. Like, there was a point where I just couldn't do it anymore. I could not accept any more of that information in that format. But it was a really long article. I got everything of the everythings. It just sounds like a horrible nightmare. And the community itself is divided, as all communities are in all things, David. In all things, there's no Jesse Jackson for black people, really. South Park made that joke. I got that joke. Did you watch it long enough, or did you just take that thing? The trans community is still divided about those steps. The approximation of penis, residual feminism that was lesbianism before it became trans. You guys, you have trans rhetorics too, don't you, sometimes? That's confusing. That's difficult for the people around you. It's gonna continue to be difficult for the people around you no matter what. But things are getting better in some ways for some people. I have a sibling who's conceivably doing better than the last time I saw them. Unfortunately, the entire lifetime of experience with them up to the point of them transitioning had already put me off wanting to deal with anything further from them. I already wasn't dealing with them. They already weren't a part of my life for decades. So it's not really that was a different sort of situation. It's not because of the transition, it's just because of the person who's doing the transitioning. It'd be great if they found some extra comfort in their own life. I'm not a part of it. I'd rather not be. Certainly now I've got my own health to worry about. The flip side of that is a nephew who's, I used to have a niece and now I got a nephew, you know. I was one of the last dickheads using that kid's previous name on a fucking birthday animation. I thought was gonna be so cool because it was Paw Patrol, and it was cool, but it was the wrong fucking name, so it's not really cool, is it? It was probably fucking disappointed because I didn't fucking know what name was being used at that point because it hadn't been shared outside the family at that point. But his parents got on board quick as they could. Once this kid's like, I'm not about all this, you know, biological shit. Oh, that's what I wanted to do for Dave Chappelle. I'm sorry, trans people. I'm going to have to put you on hold.